XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to our analysis, we have been looking for buy since the price was within this correction, and we put our target as a 1.76. And as we can see, exactly the price tag and reverse, exactly as what we were expected. Okay, that's why when the price was within this move, exactly here within this range around 1.7, I mentioned whatever the trade we get within this, we have to start to manage, because after the price tag the 1.76, we want to see whether there is a continuation or we can expect the price to correct. Okay, as we can see, as what we expected, the price tag and start to correct. Now we want to see what's the next. Okay, because as what we get here, we want to see whether we can expect this one to reverse or we get the bigger correction. Okay, first of all, whoever get the trade within this, they have to start to manage, and especially if anyone get the trade either from here or above this. If any trade above this top, I think mostly it's better take with the break even, because that's why when the price was within this move, I mentioned whoever get the trade with it either by having entry above this top or here, they have to start to manage. Okay, and now we move to higher time frame. We want to see what we have based on higher time frame. The only thing is based on daily chart. We mentioned the price broke the previous top. Now we want to see whether we can get the continuation or not. We don't have anything to discuss here, but as we can see, the price based on 1 hour chart is reversing. That's why we get the shadow here. Now we need to be quite careful. Okay, in this case we move to forward chart. Again, based on forward chart, we have nothing. The only thing is the price tagged and break the previous top, but it dropped. And now we want to see whether we can expect to get the small correction for continuation, or this one can turn to a deeper correction similar to any of this. That means we will be within this corrective move for a longer time. Okay, right now we cannot confirm, and even we don't have any trade set up to look for buy. The only thing says whatever the trade within this range, we have to start to manage. Rather than that, we don't have anything else. Okay, can we expect this one turn to a correction in relative to this for deeper correction? Still, we can look for that. All right, that means we with this one, we will be turn to a bigger flat. If we move to daily chart, we're looking for all the possibility we will have it. Okay, because if this one turns to a bigger correction, the next the drop, I mean the next move can the price either drop or return to a deeper correction. Anyway, we are not looking for the price to drop. We need to be aware about I mean we need to be aware about this possibility. Anyway, how we can look for trade? We don't have any trade setup based on forward chart. The only thing is if we get a correction, and as I mentioned, any trade within this we have to start to manage in case this one turn too similar to any of this. By the way, we have been looking for this flat and we get 1 2 3. The only thing is we see the divergence here. When we have a divergence, we can consider A, B, C. And A, B, C with the divergence, technically we can expect the price to reverse. That's why we have to be quite careful if we want to look for trade. Okay, anyway, we're looking for trade. If still we can look for continuation if we get any trade set up. But from what I see here, if we want to look for trade, we need to see the continuation flag. We take the trade with a sharp move with the breakout of this, and if the price sharply continue from here, we wait for the breakout of this. Any flag above that of correction, we can take the trade. Can we have entry above this? If the price sharply continue from here, no. Unless we see the continuation, we see the correction or flag, then maybe we can consider above this. But if we get a flag, then we don't need to have any entry above. We can trade the flag. Okay. Why we don't want to have entry above this? Because what we have here is the gap is quite a lot. All right. Maybe similar to what we get here. Simply the price can tag and reverse. All right, I don't want to say the price is going to the reverse. I want to say we don't want to buy at this top, then this one turn to a deeper correction. Anyway, if this one give us any trade setup, still we can look for trade setup, and what we want the price to break 1.76. Okay, and how about if we move to 15 minute? Right now there was opportunity to look for trade, but similar to what we get here, because we could see this one as a reversal flag. Anyone get this trade, I think they should watch out the trade, because still we can expect this one turn to a corrective move. We don't want to see this one with corrective move. We want to see the sharp move. Okay, And if anyone get this trade, I think they start to they need to be quite careful. If this one turn to a corrective in relative to this, we can expect this one turn to a flat. Okay. Anyway, if we get a flat, this is what we wanted. If we get a flat, any buy setup, we will be really interested in, because the question is if whether either this is the only correction and the price can continue, or we can expect to get the flat. Mostly we will, if we get a flat, we can confirm for the next move. Any trade setup, it can give us a better confirmation rather than the price reverse from here. By the way, it doesn't mean the price cannot reverse. The only thing is we want to look for trade, and we should know how to manage it. And as I say, based on 1 hour chart, if we see the continuation, if we get a flag, maybe we can look for next trade. But from now, any trades, we want to see the breakout of 1.76. Okay. And as I say, we don't have any trade setup. We're just looking at this correction. Still, we can look for buy, but what we want to get a sharp move and continuation. If any trade it turns to a corrective move, we should take out the trade, because from what we want from daily chart, we want to see the continuation, and we want to see the breakout of 1.96. I think the top is almost 1.96, right? Anyway, we just follow the chart. As I mentioned, we don't have any trade setup based on 1 hour chart. The only thing following this one, we want to see whether we can get the trade setup or not. In this case, if I see any update, I will share. Thanks.